In the mythic tapestry of the DC universe, few beings loom as large as Lucifer Morningstar and the Spectre. Both are infused with divine authority, wielding unimaginable might. Yet they reflect profoundly different aspects of power, purpose, and morality. Should the paths of these cosmic titans ever cross in true conflict, who would reign as the ultimate divine powerhouse? To answer this question, we must first understand what each figure represents. Lucifer Morningstar, inspired by the Miltonian Devil, and reimagined in Neil Gaiman and Mike Carey's Sandman and Lucifer series, is the former Lightbringer, the adversary. Once the proud ruler of hell, he is notorious for his elegant defiance, his wit, and above all, his indomitable will. Lucifer's power is staggering. With his mere words, he has shaped realities and shattered the prison of hell itself. Walking away from his throne with a simple key and a challenge for others to do better, Lucifer's abilities are vast. He can manipulate matter and energy on a multiversal scale, traverse time and space with a thought, and even create new universes, realms fully separate from the fabric of creation, birthed from his imagination. Above all, he is chained only by his refusal to violate free will. He can persuade, tempt, and even create, but forcing another's soul is beneath him. Such is the paradoxical code of morality by which he abides. In contrast, the Spectre embodies the wrath of God. Created in the golden age of comics, the Spectre is eternity's retribution, a spirit tasked with punishing the wicked and delivering divine justice. His powers match and often surpass the wildest imaginings of mortals, altering reality with a gesture, growing to cosmic size, even unmaking universes when judgment calls for it. The Spectre's limitations are not of power, but of purpose. He is always bound at least partially by the conscience and character of his human host. Most famously James Corrigan, or Hal Jordan. Through this mortal filter, the Spectre's wrath is sometimes tempered by compassion, sometimes sharpened by vengeance. To weigh these two is to weigh freedom against fate, rebellion against order, creation against judgment. If the two met, the cause would have to be monumental, for neither enters conflict lightly. Imagine a crisis. The Spectre finds Lucifer guilty of the ultimate hubris, having dared to create a universe outside of the presence-s decree, a cosmos unfettered even by the abstract laws binding angels and gods. The Spectre, compelled by divine mandate, brings his righteous fury against the Morningstar. The very fabric of reality trembles as these entities unleash their powers. The Spectre, wielding the full force of divine wrath, seeks to erase Lucifer's universe from existence, to restore the order allegedly broken. His judgments are absolute, often devastating, and in the past, he has unmade entire realities and stood against beings like the Anti-Monitor. Yet Lucifer is not one to kneel. He deflects the Spectre's retributive thunderbolts with poise and intellect, turning the force of judgment itself back upon the Spectre by questioning the nature of justice, fate, and autonomy. What is justice? Lucifer would ask, without the freedom to err. In such a clash, the Morningstar's greatest weapon is not force, but reason, the capacity to expose the contradictions of divine law. Historically, even the Spectre's near-limitless might has boundaries when encountering true cosmic rebellion. On several occasions, higher beings, be they the Lords of Order, the Presence, or Lucifer himself, have curbed the Spectre's vengeance. Moreover, Lucifer's creative power is unique. He shapes from nothing, where the Spectre passes judgment on what already exists. Yet, the Spectre's strongest feature is that he acts as the arm of a higher will. The Presence, essentially the supreme being of the DC universe. When operating at full capacity, especially if unbound by a mortal soul, the Spectre is nigh unstoppable. In contrast, Lucifer is defined by autonomy, a force created by the Presence but resolutely independent. He broke free from the very system the Spectre enforces. If their battle reached its crescendo, its outcome might depend on more than strength alone. It would hinge on choice. Could the Spectre bring himself to annihilate a universe forged by genuine creativity, even if birthed in defiance? Or would Lucifer, master of cunning, expose some paradox in the nature of judgment that even the Spectre cannot resolve without falling into contradiction? In the end, their struggle transcends mere combat. It bems a debate about power's purpose. The Spectre represents the unyielding demand for justice. Lucifer, the irrepressible urge for freedom and creation, both are reflections of the divine. Each is supreme in his own domain. True victory, perhaps, is not measured in obliteration, but in the ongoing, uneasy balance between law and liberty, order and independence. So who is the divine powerhouse? The answer is both and neither. For in the endless DC cosmos, power is not absolute, but contextual, shaped by the mysteries of will, purpose, and the presence behind all things. The true showdown between Lucifer Morningstar and the Spectre is one that asks, not who is strongest, but which principled judgment or freedom ultimately shapes the universe.